Here's Macron, the president of France, next to President Trump. Everybody's waving. And the other world leaders there, including Mohammed bin Salman, all the way on the end, the leader of Saudi Arabia, under fire, of course, after the brutal murder of columnist Jamal Khashoggi. I want to bring in Phil Rucker, who is standing here with me. And let me just talk about this statement now, as you see. And let's watch for a second here, because who comes up to Donald Trump? Who does he approach? Anybody? Does he walk off the stage? He's leaving rather quickly at this moment. No small talk with leaders that we have seen. As you watch now, the leaders walking live through the bowels of the building where the G20 is happening. So, Sarah Sanders, remember, President Putin and President Trump were supposed to talk. President Trump called off that formal meeting because he said of Ukrainian the incident that happened in the Black Sea, Russian aggression against Ukraine. This morning, came out and blasted back and said, we think the reason for the cancellation is not Ukraine. We think it's because of the Michael Cohen story, the domestic issues that the president faces back home. Now, Sarah Sanders is telling us the Russian witch hunt hoax, in her words, which is hopefully now nearing an end, is doing very well. Unfortunately, she says it probably does undermine our relationship with Russia. She adds, though, the reason for our canceled meeting is Ukraine. Hopefully that will be resolved soon so that productive conversations can begin. So this is, again, an acknowledgement from the White House. They believe that the Mueller investigation, which, remember, has ensnared dozens of Russians, has now led to a guilty plea from the president's longtime former attorney, is undermining the president's relationship with Russia. As we take a look now at some of these live images coming in from the G20. Chris.
Do you know, by the way, Hallie, why this statement was put out? Because there's really nothing in here. It doesn't seem like there's any reason to put out this statement, except maybe to say it does undermine our relationship.
It has to do.
Was it in response to a question? Do you know?
Well, yeah, we had actually asked about it, and I'm sure other outlets did as well, Chris, because the spokesperson for the Russian foreign minister came out this morning and cast doubt on President Trump's stated reason for canceling that meeting with President Putin.
Yep.
And the spokesperson said, we think it's because of domestic political issues back home and not because of what happened in the Black Sea. So this appears to be a response to that, since a lot of folks have been asking, hey, Does Russia have a point here? Remember, the president only canceled that talk with Putin when he was on Air Force One. The incident, of course, happened over the weekend when Russia fired on 3 Ukrainian vessels. I'm with here, by the way, Phil Rucker from the Washington Post, our friend who is joining us in Argentina, and he is